Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here in Grobnik, Croatia. And we're on for the next race on the agenda for today. It's a race weekend number 5, day number 2. We're on for the Superbike, the big event. Total of 16 laps we're going to race on the Grobnik track here just in the outskirts of Rijeka. 4,168 meters in total of fast and flowing left hand track it is. Goes counterclockwise. We had a beautiful start to that first fifth weekend yesterday with the Superbikes with a reborn, as we could say, Marco Jerman on the AF Motors Ducati Touring Racing Squad Ducati V4R. He finally got to grips with the machine and was really cutting through the field and finally won with a 12.9 seconds advantage to the gentlemen who were fighting actually amongst themselves for the best position in the championship. Pavel Skopek took it home in second position, just in front of Karel Haneke. And if we add up those points with Nico Toni in fourth place, Yves Lindecker in fifth position, and Gerald Gestelbauer just closely behind, we'll go to the total point scoring position so far after 9 races in total. We'll have Karel Haneke still in the lead with 152 points in second position, 9 points behind him with 143 points. We're talking about Pavel Skopek, to whom we spoke earlier this weekend. Third position still is to Andrej Jezek, not here with him, teammate to Karel Haneke. But then we'll have to look to the gentleman who won yesterday, got another 25 points to his total, which brought him to 95 and fourth in the championship. So a huge jump within the championship for Marco Jerman. And he might be able to repeat it if we were looking at the pace he was setting. And the pace, of course, also determining the starting grid for the race today. Is being formed by the fastest lap times set in race 1 combined with the qualifications. That will mean that we'll have a pole position for the Ducati of number 24, Marco Jerman. Pavel Skopek will be for the Pazira racing team from Poland on the Yamaha in the second position, and Karel Haneke on the Fanny Gusto BMW Bridgestone clad machine will be completing the front row. Skopek really played a good tactical game with Karel Haneke yesterday and had a well-deserved second spot and kept close to his title aspirations for this 2019 season. Second starting row for Nico Toni, unfortunately wasn't there with us in the first 2 races, otherwise he would have been way up the order with the podium places and good point scoring positions he had so far. But he's starting the second row next to Renato Novosel and Ville Valtona all the way from Finland, and he's the only rider racing with Michelin tire. He's testing that for Michelin Europe. Third row is for Hannes Schaftzal, for Yves Lindecker in Irenas Zikora. Then we have the fourth row for the Polish Ducati of Broziri, Vaclav Bitman and Gerald Gestelbauer, who had a great finish to his race yesterday. Now we'll have the fifth row for Milos Ciak, Richard Balchar and Alessandro Spinazzi. We have a sixth row for Patrick Pazira, who was able to score his first points in the championship yesterday, for Stanislav Polak, Martin Tritscher and Joris Klosterman from Switzerland in the seventh row. Next to him, Mariusz Durinek, Krečovic and Alex Shizotto is the number 282 on the 8th row in total. We'll be concentrating again. Will it be Marco Jerman again, pulling away like he did after a few blistering starts, especially the second lap of the first race? You can look at back all those races, of course, to be found on the YouTube channel of the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship. All these races for the whole season we have done in the Slovakia ring, in Assen, in the Bennonia ring, in Oschersleben, all to be found on the internet. This edition will be cutting it into pieces for you so you can really look back to your specific class you would like to see. But we advise you to look at all of them because most of them have been exciting as they were. Also, this race from yesterday, where in the second to third lap, Marco Jerman was really making a display of the control he has. Of course, knows his way about. Here, it was always a home race, as Mislav already told me yesterday. But his track knowledge fully exploited to his full advantage yesterday with a beautiful 1:26.896 set in the race yesterday. So let's see what it's going to be. Well, we were looking at Hannes Schaftzal on the Kawasaki. And fortunately for us, sticking to the authentic Kawasaki colors, which is green, of course. Looking now, another minute to go. The longest race of today in regards to the distance they're going to do, which is 16 laps, a total distance of 66.68 kilometers to be done under, well, almost perfect circumstances. We're looking at the sky, it's bright blue, sure, small breeze looking at the umbrellas, but temperature-wise, 29?
Yes, conditions are almost perfect, although we have a slight wind, as you mentioned. But we are hoping that now, with the Superbikes, everything will go smoothly as yesterday. We'll be rooting hard for Marco Jerman to get the whole shot again and try to break away.
Well, he didn't have the whole shot yesterday. No, it was the third row lap when he really went to the front, but nevertheless it was a brilliant few first laps anyway. Nevertheless, we'll see. Well, he's got the pole position right now.
Yes, he has now the advantage needed, but Skopek was very fast yesterday as well, and as Heineke, so a lot of contenders for the top positions. We hope that also Novosel will try to go in the front or stay in front of Ville Valtonen. Yesterday he struggled a bit, but he's still getting used to his new Ducati, so
we'll have to
a lot up for grabs in this Superbike race.
We'll have to say get well soon to Philipp Steinmeier, who's not there. Fourth in the championship, suffered too many injuries, was here on the racetrack, willing to participate, but the body just had to say no. So wise decision, withdrawal, and good luck to him, and hope to see him with the next race on the ESA Racing Yamaha. Warm-up lap just got on the way, and Skopek, who talked to us yesterday, absolutely still with one hand on the trophy, bringing it all to Karel Heineke, who had 4 wins to his name, 1 second place and a third, with 2 DNFs. Otherwise he would have been way ahead, but the 2 DNFs proved to be quite a costly prize. And Skopek, of course, collided with Nico Toni in Oschersleben. A few broken ribs, but doesn't bother him. He's back again.
Yes, the prediction was that he won't be able to race in Suzuka, in the hours of Suzuka, but they went on and raced there. So fortunately, he managed to recover very fast, and he's now here with us, competing again at the top level. So he's a strong Polish guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Big smile in front of the camera yesterday, and absolutely fully focused on clinching the title for season 2019. But then you'll have to take into account that you'll have to beat the very talented young, still very young, 23, 24 years old, Fanny Gastro BMW Motorrad, the Czech Karel Heineke, of course we know from the Moto3, from the Red Bull rookies. Lanky is a tall young Czechian rider, quite suited to the big bikes already, and proven to been able to ride the BMW with the Bridgestone tires in this case to full use. As mentioned before, of course, in this particular class, different tire manufacturers available, and besides the Dunlop, the Pirellis, the Bridgestone, and the single Michelin-clad motorcycles on the grid.
Everything is set. Jerman on the pole position. We are waiting for the start. Who will have the whole shot? And they are off. Good bad start for Hanika again. Again, Hanika has the worst start, but it's Skopek in front of Marko Jerman and
Nico
Toni, number 4.
Philip Valtone just behind that one. Just behind Nico. Kind of, again, trouble with the BMW getting off the line. That has been the case for a couple of occasions already this season.
Off into the Rijeka corner. It's still Skopek in front of Jerman.
Really
Toni
good.
goes a bit wide. Loses a fraction of a second, but we see Jerman hunting down Skopek. And he is faster through this chicane, right on his back wheel.
And Hanika just behind Ville Valtone in 5th position.
Novosel lost a couple of positions. He's around 7th or 8th position.
Well, Hanika already pushing Ville Valtone to the max. Probably will try to outbrake him for 4th position. Looking towards the Zagreb corner. We're back with the leaders with Skopek, Jerman, Toni still in pursuit. Yes, Karel Hanika has already passed Ville Valtone, now into 4th position.
We're waiting for them to go over the line. Jerman takes the leading position. Jerman in front of Skopek, and he passes with the power of his Ducati. Away he goes.
Also a good lap for Yves Lindecker, now in 6th position for Hannes Schaftsal, Renato Novosel and Gerald Gesselbauer. 9th, 10th spot is for Vaclav Bietman.
Back with the leaders, still Jerman in the front, but now Nico Toni closes down on Skopek, who is still close to Jerman, but Jerman was faster in this part of the track in the last time around.
Yeah, flowing here, the left and right for the V4R.
He makes it look so easy.
It's always the case. If it looks easy, it's really quick. There we go, back to the start with a good start for Pavel Skopek. We just saw him really drop the clutch straight into the light. Also, Ducati good over the line, and Nico Toni slotted in 3rd, just closely followed by Ville Valtone. And even the number 21 of Hannes Schaftsal was in front of Hanika, getting into the 1st corner.
Yes, terrible situation for Hanika. Again, we are back in the Zagreb corner with the leaders.
3rd place
Still
already for
Jerman,
Hanika.
But now Hanika managed to pass in front of Nico Toni and holds the 3rd position and trying to hunt down Pavel Skopek. Jerman tries to break away. Over the line they go. 128.0 for Jerman. Skopek 128.3 and 127.3 is for Hanika with the overtaking.
Even the fastest lap with overtaking for Hanika.
Yes,
he's on a mission. He's already into the rear wheel of Pavel Skopek, close behind the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in one shot. And Toni not letting go as well. Oh, very, very, very tight line for Hanika.
Yes, indeed.
Capable of keeping that tight line in that corner. Is that multiple lines possible in that particular corner, Mislav?
There's only one line in that corner,
but
believe me.
He got the choice.
Believe me. And it's the most difficult line to take in all of the track.
Oh, inside almost.
Almost, but not enough. Not enough to get in front of Pavel.
He's thinking of it. Let's see what he can
Most
do.
definitely, Pavel is giving a hard time to Hanika and slowing him down. Working with Jerman actually.
Yeah.
But he goes on the brakes and Hanika is in the front. Jerman goes wide.
Whoa, way wide. Pulls it just out of the curbstones.
Off they go onto the start and finish line.
Didn't cost them too much.
Recover. Over the line again. 127.3 for Jerman, also 127.3 for Hanika, and it's 127.7 for Skopik, and Tony is also 10th behind.
Yeah, do not count out Nico Tony, still there from Austria on the BMW. Also closely following. Trying to pick up the spoilers if anything goes wrong. But it looks like Hanika is already pulling away from Pavel Skopik and now in the hot pursuit of Marko Jerman.
You asked me which line in the Rijeka corner.
Yeah.
Marko's line.
Yeah, that's the one you need to take.
That's the line.
Okay.
If anybody wants to know. Oh my God!
Yeah.
What a crash! Jerman is down! A big high side crash. He just touched the gravel. Going outside of the chicane.
And this is the point with this track. There is no run-off area. As soon as you hit the white line or just over it, he's gone. He's on his legs. He's okay.
He's
walking.
Unfortunately okay.
That's the good news. The bike is probably destroyed, but the rider is on his legs. He's okay. Bit of a scare. It's going to be a costly repair, but Jerman is still in one piece. And that's the best news for everyone back into the pit lane. Which means that a leader in the race now is Karel Hanika.
What a situation.
Well, you see, there is no room for error here whatsoever. Used every inch of the tarmac, or a tiny little bit, too much of the inch, while Nico Tony is running a little bit wide here again. On
Immediately, the whole crowd slowed down. Hanika went 128.1.
Yes, of course. If you see that happening, the spray of in front of you, that really distracts you.
What a situation. I must say that at that part, when you're so far away from the exit of the chicane, I seriously doubt that I ever saw a crash that far away from the exit of the chicane. He was so unlucky. Look where it happened.
Yeah.
When he already had to pull into the fast left, he just slightly touched the gravel, immediately lost the rear, had a big high side.
It looks like Skopik is trying to regain his composure in pursuit. Nico Tony is not able to follow at this particular moment. I think the best news of this whole incident. Whoa, late braking again.
Yes,
Closing straight into
Hanika.
Yeah.
Just as Jerman had the opportunity to pull away, he crashed out of the leading position.
One tiny little mistake, very
and
costly.
You're off.
Yeah, absolutely off. It's a beautiful track, but there is no run-off area whatsoever.
Skopik now goes for the inside.
Yes, whoa!
Oh, and they almost touch.
He's got his nose clipped, that's what it's called. There was no room there whatsoever, and he was not really next to Karel Hanika. That was costly because he lost.
Skopik has the fastest lap.
27.2. Yeah.
Yes, but what a shame for Jerman.
Well, Skopik has to do it all over again. Karel Hanika clipped his nose. He really had to clamp on the brakes not to get his front wheel kicked off. But there was not much room anyway. It was not that would. Karel Hanika left the door open. Yeah, would have loved to seen a rerun of that crash of Marko Jerman since he made it out of it. Nevertheless, of that overtaking maneuver. Back to the race also. Lindecker doing a great job. The Swiss rider now in 4th position for Ville Valtone, 5th. Gestelbauer 6th, 7th position for Novosel. Schaftzal, the 8th position, 9th position for Zigora. Bittman 10th, 11th position for Chiak. Jiribros the 12th position. Patrick Bazira again in point scoring position in 13th spot. 14th is for Joris Klosterman, and Alessandro Spinazzi is in the last point scoring position in 15th spot at this moment. We got still 10 laps to go.
Yes, it's a long way to go in this superbike race. Again, it will be a big fight between Hanika and Skopik, but Hanika managed to recuperate and went 127.8. But as we have seen today, it's not over. until the fat lady sings.
Also a good fight there between Lindegger, Valtona, Gessel, Bauer, Novosel, already close together. Nice freight train there. Skopik has gained a few bike lengths again on Hanika. Closing in again after that attempt to overtake him a couple of laps ago.
Skopik is right behind him now. He managed to close down, and he has maybe a couple of tenths difference between Hanika. Yes, Skopik hunted him down.
Good on the brakes. I think he's absolutely making a difference on the braking here. And of course also managing the tires well, because with a total length of 16 laps, not running out of tires is also very important.
Over the line they go. 1/10 is the difference. Skopik again wants to go on the inside, but far, far away still to make a maneuver such as that one.
Might be setting up a move into Zagreb corner, since he's able to brake tiny a little bit later than Karel Hanika does.
Tiny differences in between them, but still it's an open fight.
Whoa!
Whoa, what a big wobble. Big wobble with the front wheel of Hanika
and the rear wheel.
BMW.
Everything was moving on the BMW for Karel Hanika, but
I believe that Skopik also got a bit scared at the moment and let go of the gas, because he's now a bit far behind than he was.
If you saw Marco Jerman crash in front of you and you see other competitor doing a bit of a same move, might have eased off the throttle for a tiny little bit.
Just enough for Hanika to pull away, take a fraction of a second.
Both of them
but
pushing.
you can see Skopik coming in on the brakes.
Very much so. Proven that both riders are pushing it to the maximum again. You know, a moving BMW for Karel Hanika. Back to the main straight.
Over the line they go again. It's a small difference between them. Under 1/10 of a second. Skopik goes for the inside.
Whoa! Oh! Couldn't get it stopped.
Oh, he almost went off the track.
Yeah, left it a little bit too late. Went wide. The undercut again for Karel Hanika. Wonderful, wonderful execution, but not fully 100% successful. And he has to do it all over again.
It's difficult to say why Skopik is doing this with such a long time to go until the end of this race. A lot of laps in front of him. No need for taking such huge risks.
But Hanika knows he's there.
Yes, of course, he feels the pressure.
It's a bit of tactics, of course. The seniority goes with Pavel Skopik. Maybe he's trying to ruffle his feathers a bit.
Yeah, possible.
So yeah, we can get Karel Hanika nervous. Nico Tony Deal still doing a great job.
He's already back.
Yeah. Will he make another attempt again? Of course, losing
far
out
from over. 7 laps to go when they cross the finish line this time.
a bit too far away right now. Still on the braking, back again towards the rear wall of Karel Hanika. Beautiful fight. Still in third position, Nico Tony. Let's have a look what is happening behind him. Fourth position is for Lindegger. Gel Gesselbaum still fifth. Sixth position for Wille Valtona, Renato Novosel. That's still a 8-wheeler freight train fighting together for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th position. Schaftsal 8th, 9th for Zigora. Bittmann is still in 10th position. Back to the front to the, oh, look at that, again the unsettling of the BMW.
Slight troubles for Hanika.
Not being able to get the full grips on the tires.
Exactly.
Of course, completely different tires on both bikes. Bridgestone on the BMW. And it is, if I remember well, Dunlop's on.
Skopek is
Skopek.
again on the back wheel of Hanika. He is far more better on the brakes.
Where are we? Back with the leaders again. Ticking down the clock with another 6 laps to go. Is he making another attempt? Braking very, very, very late, knowing there's not enough room in this particular corner. That area we see still the cement dust, the oil spill earlier on this today. Fuel out is diminishing. Tires are wearing down rapidly on the abrasive tarmac. Bit of a different line from Karel this time. Taking it more smoothly. Creating a tiny little bit of air between himself and Pavel Skopek. But of course Skopek very good on the brakes. Way faster. That's this fight behind him for 4th and 5th. That's an 8-wheeler. Pretty close together, back to the leaders. Skopek again on the braking.
Ken Skopek pulled one out of the hat.
He was 2/10 of a second quicker in the last outing. Now counting it down the clock to 5 laps again. Let's have a look. A 28.4.
Off goes Skopek again. He goes on the leading position, but again Hanika brings it back.
Underneath, he should know then. But nevertheless, he's trying again.
Trying to make pressure.
A 1/10 of a second faster in the lap difference on the start and finish line. Last time out was again a 1/10. 3.7 seconds behind them, still in the running for 3rd position, Nico Toni. And then another 7 seconds behind them, that fight between Lindecker, Gestelbauer, Valtone and Novosel. The Shafts all behind in 8th position.
Still the fight is on for the victory. Nico Toni isn't so much behind. Under 4 seconds.
Well, it is Pavel Skopek who's shown his front wheel on 4 different occasions already. Unfortunately not succeeding in passing him in so far, at least making it stick. But at least he's trying.
Yes, the important thing is that he's close and he's waiting for his opportunity by the end of this race. Therefore it's possible that he's waiting for the final laps to take the gloves off and again go for all or nothing, as we are well familiar with Skopek's tactics.
Yep, go on, bro. It's close behind again. We haven't seen him attack in the last corner so far, although he's really strong on the braking. Maybe he's going to try this time. He's close anyway. Closer than he was the previous lap.
They're now circling in the mid 128s.
Good exit for Hanika. Let's see if Skopek is able to claw back.
Skopek went so close to the white line. I don't know if you noticed it. And with the front wheel, it was very close.
Yeah, a very small ideal line with the bank corners, no room for error whatsoever. And different approach to the last corner for Skopek now. Is he going to set up a move again towards start-finish line? It looked like he's trying to do something different.
Yes, it looked like he had the speed to overtake Hanika.
Oh, no,
Yes, he has the speed, but will Hanika be able to stay in the front again. Skopek, but Skopek now manages just to stay in the front, but Hanika goes for the inside in the corner number 3, where it's very difficult to overtake.
But Hanika does it. He does it. He does it. Beautifully recovered, fighting back immediately from Karel Hanika.
Yes, he knows that he needs to take the position back because it's a mental fight going on as well. So it's important to stay in the front to show that you're the boss in this fight, in this situation, and that you can take back the position immediately without any hesitation. Will this be a wake-up call for Hanika? Can he break away after he's seen that Skopek has the medicine to stay in the front?
Yeah, a good fight here for the lead. Still in third position, Nico Toni. Unthreatened, that's that fight behind. Not really that close altogether. But it is Karel Hanika who's defending really, really well. I do think if Skopek would have had a clear track in front of him, he might be able to run away, but it's the defending from Karel Hanika who is giving him the lead. And now we enter the penultimate lap.
Yes, we're in the penultimate lap. It's still Hanika in front of Skopek. Hanika was faster, 0.3 of a second. And that is the difference in between them now. They were even in the last lap.
Is Skopek trying to play the waiting game? Is he going for another tactic? He's shown his hand on the first corner a couple of occasions. Not been able to succeed so far. What else has he got up his sleeve? Where else can he attack? Well, we're running into back markers. Are they going to play a role here? That's the question.
It is possible. They have to be careful.
Yeah, and that's always... you want to see a fair fight, and does Skopek see this fight coming? Does he see the problem in front of him? If he's the one who's doing the lapping first, that could make the difference. Blue flags. Oh, we're out. Oh no, is that the number?
That is Skopek.
Oh, it's Skopek. My God, is he that? That would have been a shame. Or is he still there? No.
That is Skopek for sure.
Oh my God, he was trying to be in front before the last lap into the last lap. Toni now second, Skopek down again. Nil scores second race.
Pavel is in the gravel, we hope that he's okay.
Then it's another 175, 177 points for Hanika if he brings it home. That means that he could clinch it in the first race in the Czech Republic in Most. Nevertheless, he should bring it home.
What a tough situation.
Ah, what a shame. We were really waiting for the battle until the last round.
But he was pushing so hard.
Again in the last corner.
Yeah. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah.
First we lost Jerman, if you've just joined us. He had a big crash far off the exit from the chicane. So we lost our top two riders from
the start of the race,
the start of the race, yeah. So hopefully everything is okay with Skopek. I believe it is. Otherwise, we would have a red flag immediately.
Nevertheless, Yves Lindegger inherits third position from Switzerland.
And Hanika takes the victory.
Full 25 points go to the Fanny Gastro BMW squad with the Bridgestone tires. Second position, we'll have to wait a tiny little bit because there is Nico Toni with the BMW from Austria. Racing for the Racing for Fun squad. And then it is, Gesselbauer, I was too soon. Gesselbauer, third position. Gerald Gesselbauer, the number 144.
He used to ride in the 600 Superstock category.
Racing Team Ratesi, Racing Team Ziegler. Wonderful last lap for Gerald Gestelbauer, and he brings his, I think it will be his first rostrum for the season anyway. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Wasn't even close. Bit of a surprise to the 3rd position. Lindegger 4th, Valtone 5th. Novosel 6th position, 7th position for Zigora. Schaftzal, Hannes Schaftzal on the Kawasaki, 8th position. 9th for Bitman, 10th for Broz. Chiak, 10th, 11 now, and we're waiting for Pazira. 12th position for Patrick Pazira, team A2. The unfortunate Pavel Skopek. Alessandro Spinaz. Yeah, what a shame. Yeah. Hopefully he's alright. Best of wishes to him. Going also to the Czech Republic. Stanislav Polak, 14th position, and the last points go to Joris Klostermann from the Swiss. Der Schweiz, muss man sagen, yeah, on the BMW. Well, exciting race again, Superbikes.
We're a bit disappointed, I must say. Of course, we are glad with Hanneke's victory, but disappointed that we didn't have the battle until the last meters of this beautiful Grobnik track venue. Anyhow, we will be continuing our program with the final race of this outstanding weekend, sunny weekend. There will be the Alpe Adria Cup 1600s.
Yeah, combined. Stay with us. We're going away for a short commercial break. Hope you will rejoin us, and I hope you enjoyed this broadcast of the Superbikes so far. See you soon. Back to the commercials.